taken for data and final clearance. There is a grievance from the project developers. Can be initiated by Sri Prashant Kokil ji from Tata Power, which will be followed by Sri Babulal Verma from Omkar Realty.
Good afternoon. You heard two speakers now, and of course the chair. I would just like to say that I'm from industry all through my career till today, and I have seen it happen. So just before touching the point which you said, I would say I'm a subject to all the laws, rules, regulations, which I'm supposed to understand, implement, follow, and prove that I am following all the way. Otherwise, I am penalized. So I am wearing multiple hats for all the rules and regulations, and it's really a difficult task. Well, people talk of sustainability, and sustainability is misinterpreted or interpreted conveniently by various people. And all the things which we discussed till now, everybody has a different perspective considering the market for it. The consultant has different role. He looks at it differently. I, at the receiving end, look at it differently as industry. And industry, as a entrepreneur, looks at it that I should have a finite time frame for whatever I want to do. Because yes, I should have liberty to decide that I won't go in for a project if it is not feasible, either environmentally or financially or for any other reason. Now, here comes the catch that the processes which are intended to be good for environment may not be really intended to be good or unintentionally being bad to a developer. It's not intended, but unintentionally it happens. I'll give you an example, and there are many anecdotes also. We have a legacy of regulations. They keep on changing, they are improving, definitely. There is a change for better. But when it comes to implementation, what happens? I have a CRZ clearance from 2005. If I go to BMC and say I want to construct something over there, they say you get a clearance from 2011 notification. Already cleared in 2005. Is it applicable? Does it say anything about that? No, it is left to interpretation by somebody, and I, at the receiving end, cannot contest it. Because I have to get the clearance without which I cannot do, without BMC permission, I cannot construct. This is the case. Now, taking it on a lighter side, the Bombay Shops and Establishment Act wants that your establishment has to be whitewashed with Suna every year. Now, if that inspector comes and you paint it with anything else, it is a non-compliance. So look at this, and then now tell me, how do we look at this? The entire ambit of EIA, the studies, the time taken. Well, the process, the first improvement was that we will grant you TOR, you complete the studies, and then that's all. Still, the matters in NGT always ask you why comprehensive EIA for 3 seasons is not done. Right? Why is it that the MOEF, being party in NGT, is not stating that this is the mandate of the law, so nobody can raise this question? It's not happening. Similarly, there are many things. And regarding quality also, I have one point to say that what my colleague said, Santosh said, you cannot have compromise on quality if you compromise on costs. So normally we in industry, what we do is that we say that if somebody is below this code, we will not consider him. And I think many of the industries do that. They are acting on their own, that somebody, if he is putting in his money, he wants to be duly conscious of the risks. and environment being the maximum risk being considered today, we always do due diligence, and this practice is there for long. So there is a definite way in which industry looks at environment and the risk and takes care of it before even proposing the project. Well, if that is the case, then the EIA process should complement that and take it forward and create management plans which will actually help you do better than what is already being done. So the benchmark should be that this is minimum basic what you do. You suggest what you can do yourself better than what it is, and it should be allowed. And it should not be challenged that this is not in letter and spirit of what is written in your clearance. That is what is the challenge. Now coming back to the time frames, well, what is written in the notification and what actually happens is totally out of gear. It is sometimes 3 times or 4 times also. And there is no, relief. The relief is there only for deemed clearance at the last point. What happens in the in-between steps? There is nothing there. If there is a delay in holding a public hearing, there is nothing that states that you can do away with public hearing. No. You have to complete it, then only the process gets further. You can't go ahead without public hearing. Now, if you really want to have both ends meet and come to a point where everybody benefits, then there has to be some compromise somewhere. The time frame has to be there, and it cannot be, a tool for hindrance to development, which is happening in some cases. There are exigencies on both sides. Like, there are people who misuse the law and there are people who want to bypass the law altogether, and I won't comment on that. But there are a middle section, and that's in majority actually, who want to do things in the right way. And, by looking at both ends, you are missing the mainstream. That's what I'm saying. There are people, and they are in majority actually. Those who really want to do good things for environment and do development together, they are missed out. And they are actually getting hurt by the delays which happen. I think I'll stop at that. You have little time left for other speakers also, and we can have question and answers. Thank you very much.